Hi, my little nitwitchies. It's me, Sick Cat Dad. How are you? I don't think you guys are ready for this. This man right here, he needs our help. Let's see if we can help him.
Here is a photograph taken just days before his disappearance. And here is what he might look like today.
That's Paul. That's our friend Paul.
Enter Special Agent Paul Wysopal. Very little is known of his background, but he was in charge of a staged event in Florida regarding the Orlando nightclub.
You know what would really help us crack this case is if we had video evidence, you know? It's unfortunate that we don't. We have video evidence of Timothy.
Not everything is true that you've heard about me.
For example, what's not true?
What's not true, Timothy?
Well, am I pure evil? Am I the face of terror sitting here in front of you?
You
or
just
am I
seem
able to
like
talk to you man to man?
Most
like
people
a
in this
person.
country think you are the face of evil, don't they?
They do. But sitting down here now, and let me make clear, I'm not sitting here trying to influence you, and I'm not putting on a game face. I'm not conning anybody.
Anyway, it's really unfortunate that we don't have any video evidence of Paul because I feel like it would just be a clear-cut case. If you did have that evidence, I feel like that would be big. What the frick is this?
So that's probably our number one priority. Number two would be counterintelligence. We want to make sure that people don't come to our country and spy, collect information, and bring it back to their country to our detriment. Same thing with our private industry. You want to make sure that the folks don't come in and commit intellectual property violations because businesses can go belly up if all that research and development cost is not recuperated. The third would be our cyber, and that kind of impacts across the board all spectrum.
Let's just go back to the original reference.
You'll see that maybe not everything is true that you've heard about me.
Like what?
For example, what's not true?
Yeah, like what?
Well,
Like-
am I pure evil? Am I the face of terror sitting here in front of you? Or am I able to talk to you man to man?
Or am I
Most
an
people
FBI
in this country
agent?
think you are the face of evil, don't they?
One more time.
Spectrum of investigations. There isn't a case that we don't work now where we're doing some sort of cyber investigation.
You'll see that maybe not everything is true that you've heard about me.
For example, what's not true?
Well, am I pure evil? Am I
This is on the City of Tampa's YouTube channel with the mayor of Tampa.
If you're doing a white-collar case and you get a search warrant, you're looking at somebody's computers. The same thing with the terrorism cases. You know, social media is huge. So we're always incorporating.
There's also some interesting stuff that he says, too. He actually talks about OKC.
This is such a beautiful facility.
This is
and talking about the
mayor in the
history of
middle.
the facility. And well, it's nice. Okay, it's nice. But that used to be downtown and everything, and how the Oklahoma City bombing changed the face of FBI facilities.
sweating.
now.
He's like, what?
Explain that.
It's true. The Murrah building in Oklahoma City was attacked in, I believe it was 95. The downside to that was you had civilian casualties. The target was political.
The downside to that was that it was a bombing. It sounds like he's about to say, but here's the upsides.
But you had children that were going to a daycare center that were hit.
Yeah, the kids.
And if they were to attack, or someone were to attack federal law enforcement, you don't want to have that type of civilian casualty. So the goal was to move the Bureau, the FBI offices to a more secure facility where we're isolated.
The goal of what was to move the stuff? The goal of what, Paul? We're gonna need clarification on the goal of what? The goal of the bombing? Wait, what are you talking about? The goal of Timothy McVeigh was to move the FBI facility into a more secure location? That sounds interesting.
So if you were to drive up, we can have barriers in place that would prevent the building from being damaged. So that all went into the mindset of how do we kind of protect the community as best we can.
He's like, I could, normally I could just pull my white panel van right up to the front, but if you go outside, look, there's barricades now. Number one, it was all me. Who did that? Me. I am the sole cause for that. I mean, Timothy was.
can and still do our jobs.
Yeah, because they used to be down in the federal building and then in the Timberlake building and then finally out here.
I think we've been here since 2006.
You know, it's interesting. I think one of the
He's like, I think it was in 1995. You want to see something really interesting? Let's take a look at this odd interaction at the beginning of this episode before Paul shows up.
place that you probably shouldn't be.
But I've been here.
Yes, but for the fact that you are in the witness protection program, so no one really knows who you are. If you can imagine, we are here at the headquarters of the Federal Bureau.
I wonder, was that on the brain right before when they were like doing their interactions? Like, oh, you look like a witness protection version of Timothy McVeigh. He's like, oh, I get that all the time. I also talk just like him, and my parents are the same.
Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, which has a significant presence here in the Tampa Bay area. Jack, I can't believe they let you through the doors of this place.
Believe it or not, I've been through here a bunch because...
I'm sure you have, but it's usually like this, Jack.
No, actually,
Oh, brother.
the extent of what you learn here from the FBI and the amazing work they do and some of the really shocking stuff that we'll talk about at some time during the program here, but one of the...
Like doing T-wordism and then making that guy who did it an FBI agent and then talking to him on the City of Tampa's YouTube page. Bro, this might be my last video ever.
We don't often know who our FBI agents are,
Right.
but they do an amazing job here, and we're going to tell their story a little bit today. You're going to get to meet some of the amazing folks that work in this building. We'll probably get a picture of Jack's mugshot.
What about Paul's? Let's get Paul's mugshot. What do you guys... Or sorry, well, it was back when he was Timothy. There he is. There's our boy. Timothy, I was really hoping that you were coerced, but I don't know, bud. Seems like you're down, but I don't know.
Statute of limitations
Dude, this guy, I'm surprised, doesn't have a gold tooth.
has expired on some of your
Well,
offenses.
I'm using a different name today.
Yeah, I know you are, but West Virginia doesn't count. So that. But stay with us. We're going to get to meet the special agent in charge of the FBI here in Tampa.
Okay, apologies for slandering the mayor, Bob Buckhorn, earlier, because this dude is the people's mayor.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's good to be the mayor. He wants you right over there.
Bob Buckhorn, public access show, bro.
On the ground. On the ground.
Even Bob Buckhorn playing paintball with the boys.
Jackets will fully inflate and you're ready to enter the water.
Bro, I gotta work on his show.
Welcome back to the first segment of the Mayor's Hour. Jack, we are here with the special agent in charge of the Tampa
Timothy,
office. Agent Paul Wysopal. And he has been here, what, Paul, about 2 years now?
About 16 months.
16 months.
Got here September 2013.
Yeah. So tell us what goes on here in this office.
A little bit of everything, actually.
Well, I'm glad that he can at least feign, like, humor and stuff. He doesn't seem like his soul's missing like before, but I don't know. He's done a lot of bad stuff. If he is Timothy, which, I mean, if he was, I feel like the FBI would be the ones who would be like, hey, you're Timothy. But they haven't done that, so it can't be Timothy, right? Isn't that how this stuff works? If I was right, which I'm not, obviously, it's all just a joke, all of it. Paul, it's just a joke. This didn't feel real until now, but Paul, it's a joke. It's all a joke. Who cares? Who cares if I know, right? What does it matter if I know? Who am I? I can't do anything. I don't have the law behind me or a church behind me. So you don't have to do anything drastic. These are all goofs. I mean, you have it. It's a YouTube video on the City of Tampa's website. But thank God this isn't Timothy, because otherwise I would be scared. But I'm not, because it isn't. Okay. Hope I get to make another one. Bye.